In this podcast episode, Douglas Murray discusses a wide range of topics, including the current state of the world, the body positivity movement, the collapse of grand narratives, and the impact of material conditions on people's lives. He also delves into the concept of truth, the role of religion, and the importance of personal agency. Murray begins by acknowledging the limitations of predictive ability, emphasizing the unpredictability of events and the need for humility when making predictions. He reflects on the transformation of Western countries due to demographic change, a topic he had written about in his book, The Strange Death of Europe. Murray expresses concern about the lack of agreement on historical events and the erosion of the concept of truth in society, attributing this to the influence of social media and the rapid pace of news. The conversation then shifts to the body positivity movement, with Murray and the host discussing the recent decision by Victoria's Secret to bring back sexy models after experimenting with diverse representations. Murray criticizes the extreme end of the body positivity movement, highlighting the celebration of morbid obesity and the lack of emphasis on healthy body images. He also discusses the performative empathy prevalent in modern culture, where short-term gratification and signaling virtue take precedence over long-term outcomes. The collapse of grand narratives, particularly the deconstruction of religion, is another topic of discussion. Murray reflects on the impact of the new atheist movement and the role of religion as a philosophical framework for the masses. He also explores the motivations behind people's reluctance to believe in certain truths, attributing it to the prevalence of dogma and the prioritization of other values over truth. The conversation then delves into the impact of material conditions on people's lives, with Murray highlighting the complex relationship between success, personal agency, and luck. He acknowledges the tendency for successful individuals to attribute their success to hard work and overlook the role of luck and external factors. Murray also discusses the impact of personal growth and self-development, emphasizing the idiosyncratic nature of individual solutions and the tendency to retrofit personal experiences as universal principles. The podcast also touches on the recent biography of George Orwell's wife, Sonia Orwell, which portrays George Orwell as sadistic, misogynistic, homophobic, and sometimes violent. Murray criticizes the tendency to judge historical figures based on contemporary values, emphasizing the importance of understanding the context of their time and the complexity of human nature. The discussion then shifts to the impact of misogynistic songs on women's mental health, with Murray referencing specific lyrics from BTS lead singer Jungkook's solo launch. He expresses concern about the negative messages in pop music and the potential impact on mental health, particularly for women. The conversation also touches on the prevalence of conspiracy theories, with Murray noting that some people are more prone to believing in such theories due to underlying mental health issues. He emphasizes the importance of critical thinking and the need to avoid jumping to conclusions without sufficient evidence. Murray also discusses the issue of hypocrisy, pointing out that it is often the easiest vice to catch someone on. He encourages people to be humble and avoid speaking on topics they are not well informed about, highlighting the importance of self-awareness and humility. The podcast also explores the concept of bravery and resilience, with Murray emphasizing the importance of surrounding oneself with courageous people. He shares a personal anecdote about a dinner where a friend praised him for surrounding himself with courageous individuals, highlighting the positive influence of being in the company of brave and inspiring individuals. Murray continues by highlighting the negative impact of the green apocalyptic narrative, particularly on young people's mental health. He argues that the constant fear-mongering about climate catastrophe and the pressure to leave no carbon footprint are detrimental to individuals' sense of purpose and adventure. He advocates for a more positive and heroic narrative for the future, one that encourages individuals to embrace uncertainty and embark on their own unique adventures. The conversation also touches on the lack of clarity in life and the fear of failure, which often prevents people from taking risks and pursuing their dreams. Murray emphasizes the importance of resilience and the need to challenge the prevailing narrative of hopelessness and victimhood. He encourages individuals to seek their own path and not be swayed by societal pressures or the fear of failure. Additionally, the podcast delves into the impact of wealth inequality on women's self-sexualization in online dating profiles. Murray shares an anecdote about a guide in India who described the practice of borrowing items from friends to create a false impression of wealth and status in order to attract a partner. This example illustrates the lengths to which people will go in pursuit of romantic relationships and the influence of societal pressures on individuals' behavior.